beneath the waves lies a world of wonder, teeming with life in every shape, size, and form. From the swiftest hunters to the slowest drifters, every creature plays a vital role in the delicate balance of the ocean. Some are the unsung cleaners of the seafloor, others the silent guardians of fish populations, and many the invisible filters purifying the water itself. But many species in the marine world are easy to overlook. One special group is the Cnidarians. These include jellyfish, corals, sea anemones, and hydroids. They might look simple, but they've been part of the marine world for over 500 million years. Cnidarian species do far more than just drift or stay in one place. Some glow in complete darkness. Some catch prey with stinging tentacles. Others build coral reefs, massive underwater cities that support thousands of marine species. They are hunters, protectors, builders, and cleaners, and they can be found everywhere, from shallow coastal waters to the deepest, darkest parts of the sea. In the deep sea, far beyond the reach of sunlight, Cnidarian species become even more fascinating. They light up like stars, move like drifting ghosts, and remind us how strange and beautiful life in the marine world can be. The phylum Cnidaria is home to around 13,000 living species. Surprisingly simple, yet some of the most mesmerizing species in the marine world. What makes them special? First, their bodies are radially symmetrical. Like a wheel, their parts are arranged around a central point. Even though they may look complex, most Cnidarians have a very simple body plan. Just a soft body with a single opening, a mouth surrounded by tentacles. But don't be fooled. Simple doesn't mean weak. Cnidarians come in two main body forms, the polyp and the medusa. And in some species, both forms appear during different stages of life. Polyps are tube-shaped and stay attached to rocks or other surfaces. They may not move much, but their tentacles are always ready to catch tiny prey floating by. Corals and sea anemones are great examples of polyp forms. Medusae, on the other hand, are the classic jellyfish shape, umbrella-like and free-floating. They drift with the ocean currents, pulsing gently to move, and using their stinging tentacles to hunt or protect themselves. Among the many Cnidarian species, jellyfish are perhaps the most iconic and the most mysterious. With their soft, bell-shaped bodies and trailing tentacles, they drift through the marine world like living lanterns. They have no heart, no brain, and no bones. Yet, jellyfish have existed for over 500 million years, long before the first dinosaurs walked the earth. Their bodies are about 95% water, allowing them to move with the currents in a graceful, ghost-like dance. But don't let their beauty fool you. Jellyfish are skilled predators. Hanging beneath their umbrella-like bodies are tentacles lined with nematocysts, tiny, stinging cells that can trap and kill prey in an instant. These nematocysts are a signature feature of the Cnidarian phylum, found in everything from corals to anemones to jellyfish. Each nematocyst holds a coiled thread inside a capsule. When triggered, it fires like a harpoon, stunning prey or scaring off predators. This ability gives jellyfish an edge. They don't need to chase food. Instead, they use float and trap tactics, letting their near-invisible tentacles do the work. Some species, like the Portuguese man-of-war, take this strategy to a new level. It may look like a single jellyfish, but it's actually a colony, a group of small connected animals called zooids, working as one. Its upper part is a pneumatophore, a gas-filled bladder that keeps it afloat like a sail. Below it, long tentacles stretch over 50 meters down, loaded with powerful stinging cells that kill small prey. Captured prey is reeled in by muscles and sent to digestive polyps called gastrozooids, while other zooids handle reproduction. Together, these specialized polyps form one of the ocean's most efficient hunters. But the Portuguese man-of-war isn't alone in its unique structure. It belongs to a larger group of colonial Cnidarians known as siphonophores. Siphonophores are some of the longest creatures in the marine world, some even longer than blue whales. One of the most jaw-dropping siphonophores is a deep-sea species recently discovered off the coast of Australia. It stretched an estimated 45 meters long in a spiral formation, making it one of the largest biological structures ever recorded. Jellyfish life cycles are just as incredible. Take the moon jellyfish. After mating, the larva swims to the seabed and attaches to a rock, forming a small polyp called a cyphostoma. Over time, the polyp begins a process called strobilation, forming a stack of tiny jellyfish like coins piled up. Each coin becomes a free-swimming medusa, drifting off to grow into an adult. Some jellyfish species have developed a truly astonishing survival trick. One of them is called the immortal jellyfish. When faced with injury, starvation, or aging, instead of dying, it transforms back into a polyp, the earliest stage of its life, and starts all over again. In a way, they seem to cheat death. deeper beneath the surface, the marine world shifts once again. From the drifting elegance of jellyfish, we descend into something entirely different. A living city built by species far smaller, yet just as extraordinary. Here, Cnidarians take on a new role, not as drifters, but as architects of the marine world. Sedentary colonies of tiny polyps secrete calcium carbonate to build solid protective skeletons. Over time, these become the coral reefs. Vast underwater structures that shape entire ecosystems. Unlike jellyfish, corals remain anchored in place, forming dense colonies known as coral heads. Each colony can consist of hundreds or even thousands of polyps, all working together like a single organism. These polyps build limestone skeletons that grow slowly, just a few centimeters a year, but over centuries, they form massive reefs, stretching across hundreds of miles. The largest of all, the Great Barrier Reef, began growing over 20,000 years ago. Some corals are hard and rock-like, while others are soft, taking shapes like fans, feathers, or bushes. But no matter the form, they are all colonies of living species, united by their role as reef builders. Corals may appear as lifeless rocks, but in truth, their beauty comes from a delicate partnership. Within their tissues live microscopic algae called zooxanthellae, organisms crucial to the survival of coral reefs. Through photosynthesis, these algae produce sugars that fuel coral growth. In return, the coral offers them shelter and access to sunlight. It's a mutualistic relationship that not only powers the reef, but also gives corals their brilliant rainbow of colors. Without these algae, corals turn pale and vulnerable, unable to thrive. Though coral reefs cover less than 1% of the ocean floor, they support a staggering 25% of all marine species. Yet these spectacular structures face growing threats. Rising sea temperatures can cause corals to expel their algae, leading to coral bleaching. If prolonged, bleaching can kill entire reefs. Pollution, overfishing, and ocean acidification only accelerate the damage. Even in death, corals still contribute. Their limestone skeletons trap carbon, keeping it out of the atmosphere, making coral reefs a natural carbon sink. Some of this carbon can remain stored for thousands of years. Beyond the coral cities, life continues in delicate forms, some bold and colorful, others nearly invisible to the eye. They may not build reefs or drift through the currents like jellyfish, but they play their own subtle and essential roles in the marine world. These are the sea anemones and hydroids, lesser known as Cnidarians, yet no less fascinating. Often mistaken for plants, sea anemones are in fact predatory species, anchored in place yet equipped for the hunt. Their soft bodies resemble underwater blooms, with vibrant waving tentacles that lure in unsuspecting prey. At the center of each anemone is a single mouth, surrounded by a crown of stinging tentacles. These tentacles are lined with nematocysts, just like their jellyfish relatives, microscopic harpoons that inject venom to immobilize prey. Despite being stationary, sea anemones form surprising relationships. One of the most iconic is with clownfish, which live among the anemone's stinging tentacles unharmed. The anemone protects the clownfish from predators, while the clownfish defends its host and helps keep it clean. This partnership is one of nature's best examples of symbiosis. Some anemones even have the ability to move slowly across the seabed, gliding in search of better territory or retreating from threats. While sea anemones are often bold and showy, hydroids live quieter lives, forming colonies that resemble delicate ferns or fine lace drifting in the water. Hydroids are usually small, often overlooked, but they are master colonizers. They attach to rocks, algae, shells, or even the backs of crabs, and grow into branching networks of polyps. Each polyp has a specific job. Some capture food, others reproduce. Deep beneath the waves, life takes many beautiful forms. Cnidarians like jellyfish, corals, and anemones may seem simple, but they play powerful roles in the marine world. They help build reefs, feed other species, and create homes for countless sea creatures. From the open ocean to the seafloor, they are a key part of nature's balance. These quiet species remind us, even the smallest life can shape the greatest wonders